Welcome, world, to the world-famous Rebelle Rally. We're here at Base Camp 2 in Dove Springs, the end of Stage 3. I'm Emmy Hall. This is my good friend, Matthew Johnson of the Rebelle Rally Live, brought to you by Toyota.
Here we are, having a great day in the desert.
Yeah, it's just regular weather.
Normal desert weather, really?
Every day, you start off, it's 90 degrees. An hour later, you think you might die, get struck by lightning like
I
Karen
literally
Holland.
put sunscreen on 5 minutes before clouds came over us. We see some lightning. I saw a rainbow a few minutes ago.
Yeah, it's nuts. So I just love it. That's one of the things that's really difficult about this Rebelle Rally is you never know what is going to happen, and that includes the weather. Now, fortunately, I'm in a really cozy tent tonight. I know that you are in your trailer, but
Don't tell everybody I'm cheating. We all sleep in tents here. We're all suffering in tents.
But all of these ladies are going to be sleeping out. Some of them might have to be putting up your tent in the rain, and you know what? I have done that before, and it is not fun.
For sure. Last year, what did you think of the wind last year?
Oh, the wind last year when we had the big haboob.
Yeah. Did your tent get blown away? Some just left the property.
No, my pop-up tent, my Quechua pop-up tent stayed up just fine, but I did sleep in the truck.
Oh, got it. It was a pretty epic time there. So, speaking of epic, day 2 of the competition, right away into the marathon leg.
Right.
I'm not sure if some of the competitors were really ready, oh man, this is we're out. And I think a really key piece to understand about the marathon leg is last night they didn't know how they did yesterday.
No idea.
And that really kind of leaves you hanging and not knowing how to address today.
Right.
If your risks you took yesterday, if they're paid off,
right.
if you want to continue, or if
right.
you need to start pulling it back and be safe.
Yeah,
I mean, you tell me.
Well, listen, when I was competing, we just always decided risk it all at all times, right?
Yeah.
Nothing venture, nothing. Final Jeopardy, you risk all of your money because who cares, You're either going to go away with nothing, which is what you have now, or you might get a really big payoff. So that's how we always decided to do it. But then again, you know what? We were seasoned competitors. So some of the rookies might have decided to take a different tack on this day and maybe didn't go for those X checkpoints. Maybe it didn't try to be so quick in their navigation. Maybe they skipped a couple checkpoints here and there. I haven't actually seen the scores, so I'm not sure who came out on top today.
I had a quick look through the scores, and there were some seasoned competitors that missed green checkpoints because it timed out.
Whoa,
yeah,
that's
so
big.
Plot twist, right?
Yeah.
You'd think green checkpoint's easiest thing to get.
Yeah.
But if you're so busy trying to nail every single point out on the board,
right,
and then you're back in the field a bit, you can't just pass people all over the place to make up time. You got to follow speed limits.
Yeah.
So,
well, and I did talk to a few competitors. They said that today's on-time enduro was really difficult. The road book was very difficult to follow. Some people took wrong turns. Some other competitors, they had, blue checkpoints for different groups placed really close together. And when that happens, especially if you're trying to do a distance and you're coming in on a windy road, that's tough to measure your distance on your map, right? So you get to a blue checkpoint and you think, wait, is that mine? Because there's another blue checkpoint that I can see 50 meters ahead.
Sure.
Which one is mine? And I know some people got a wide miss on their blue checkpoint, which, a wide miss on a black diamond checkpoint is one thing.
Yeah.
A wide miss on a blue checkpoint is just oh, stab me in the heart. There was a flag and I clicked the wrong one. That just kills you, man.
Now, I think you mentioned this, but it's their odos can be off by tire slip and tire spin, right? And the sand and everything. So, I don't know, do you come up with some cow factor for how loose the surface is?
You can, yeah. This especially comes into it in the dunes, when you're going on a windy serpentine road and you have tire slippage, your odo might say that you've gone forward, let's say 1 kilometer, but in reality you've probably only gone forward maybe 3/4 of a kilometer.
Gotcha.
So there's all of those kinds of calculations you have to make in your head. On this hard pack stuff that we've been going through, not quite as much, but that definitely comes into play in the dunes.
Good to know. I think we're going to have some more terror trip stories.
I think we will.
Let's check in with Katie and see who she's got to chat with.
Thank you, guys. As you can see behind me, the conditions are heating up and so is the competition. And I'm joined here with our rover, Nicole Dreon, photographer and researcher this year, and she's been digging a little deeper on some of the stories behind our teams. Tell us what team we're talking about first.
We are talking about Team 162, Shay and Colleen. I was really excited to learn more about this rookie team. They're both in the Army, and they met in 2001 when they were both deployed to Iraq. Shay is a trauma nurse, yeah, super cool, and Colleen is an orthopedic surgeon. So they met in Iraq. They have this cool story. One of the things I was curious about, because they put on their bio, we received navigation training in the military.
Which is very different. My husband taught me that way, and it's not how the rebels do it.
No, that's what I just learned. They're like, actually, we learned, what we learned, we're on foot and often at night. So, I mean, I loved their face, and they're like, oh, this is nothing like what we learned before. But what they said, the takeaway was the skills that they're learning here. I said, are you going to be able to apply them, you know, back when you go back to the military? And they said, well, not only there, but just in general in our life, this event is giving us so much more confidence in everything we do. So they're really excited when they, you know, go back to civilian life to learn to take everything from the Rebel with them.
And the second team that you've done some research on today is?
This is the Subaru Outback
The moms,
team.
right?
The moms. Yeah, we have
Military and moms.
No, not military moms. These are they're
Military and moms.
Military and moms. That's what we're featuring today. Yes, this is Carrie and Angela. I wanted to learn more about them because I also have a Subaru Outback. I live in a ski town. Everybody has one. I get in the wrong car twice a day. But her car does not look like anything like my car. It's lifted. It looks like a proper rally car. So I was curious. You know, I asked Carrie. I was like, "Tell me about your car." And she said, well, it was originally her mom car, dropping the kids off at, you know, high school in Marin County. And slowly, like every year, she just kept adding to it and adding to it. So now she's ripping around the Bay Area in the super, like, pimped out Subaru Outback.
Did we just see it a minute ago? We might have to follow her up in a minute.
Yeah, I think
At some point, we'll chase her down because I want to see that from the grocery getter to this off-road vehicle.
Yeah, and it was so cool. Her daughter begged her to let her drive it to her prom. She wanted to show up in the prom in her mom's Subaru rally car.
Awesome. All right, well, thank you so much, and I look forward to talking to you tomorrow night with another two teams. Back to, can I just say, anyone who thinks this is a holiday for housewives is rudely mistaken. Look behind me, and as far as today, it was brutal, and we got to stop for a burrito. None of the competitors could. Back to you, Emily, Emmy, and Matthew.
Yeah, I did not stop for burrito. I stopped at the bakery and got some lovely sourdough cheese bread in Bishop. It was lovely.
We did too. If you drive up the 395 towards Mammoth, you got to stop in Bishop to go to Shat's Bakery.
Shat's Bakery?
Yeah.
No, it was lovely.
I challenge you to get out of there without 3 things you didn't plan to buy inside.
Yes, and many unwanted carbs that are just right here on my butt. You know, she's talking about that Subaru. I love that Subaru. I know I talk about that Subaru all the time. I just love that thing. It is so great. She's just done such a good job with the build. I'm just like, I'm so pleased.
It's
so
nicely
very
done.
pleased.
Well, what do you know about doing weird things with custom things with cars?
Well, I don't know anything about that.
Says the woman that just bought a turbo kit for her off-road Miata today. So
I
don't know. We're not going to get into that probably.
I did just spend $4,000 on a turbo kit today. Sorry, Mom. Sorry. But my car's going to be real fast.
Oh, man. You know what? If there was someone at home that wanted to participate in this maybe lifestyle or have a chance to have some of the things that you would need to do this kind of off-roading.
We have a giveaway for those people.
Yeah, we got something to tell you about here.
This is this crazy. We're calling it the 2022 Ultimate Rebel Giveaway. And when we say ultimate, we mean ultimate. It's over $3,000 worth of stuff.
Yeah, and it's good stuff. I want this stuff.
Yeah, what do we got? We got a set of 5, so 4 tires plus a spare of Pirelli Scorpion ATR tires. And you know what? I ran those last year in the Rebel Rally, and I hit a rock that I thought that tire and that wheel are going to be gone. Nope. Took it like a champ. Never had a flat.
And that was quite a heavy vehicle you were driving.
Yeah, that Rivian was real heavy, and I hit that rock real hard, and those tires were like, bring it on.
I'm on those Pirelli Scorpions now also love them. Let's move on down the list. What else we got here?
A set of Max Trax recovery boards. I never go anywhere without my Max Trax. Some stuff from Yeti. Thank you very much, Yeti.
Can never have enough Yeti stuff.
Yeah.
A Total Chaos dry bag that I'm told has some cool things inside there.
I love it. Bubba Rope for some of your recovery needs. Also, you know what? We're going to give you some T-shirts. We're going to give you some Choco Love chocolate bars because that company is owned by a former Rebel, and that chocolate is the best. I absolutely love it. So there's a bunch of stuff, stickers, patches, all kinds of things here. All you need to do is go to rebelrally.com/giveaway and give us your email. You do need to be 16 years of age or older, and you do need to be a U.S. resident. But again, rebelrally.com/giveaway. Sign up to get a whole bunch of cool Rebel Rally swag and products.
Fantastic. Good stuff. It's exciting. We've got the list goes on. We're going to talk about more of it as we go on. We're going to keep pumping this. We want to interact with you guys and would love to hear from you and would love to have you participating with us. We're going to have a look at the Mapbox Overfly of Stage 3 and see what we saw today.
Stage 3. So we started at the hot springs in Fish Lake.
Fish Lake Valley.
Fish Lake Valley Hot Springs. Let's see. So they went right across that valley, up into the valley. Look at all, there's still some agriculture stuff that's going on there. And then paralleled onto that road, crossed that road. Gosh, this part right here seems kind of easy, right? It should be some pretty flat driving, skirting on that alluvial fan, as we call it.
Yeah.
Yep, alluvial fanning. It's so much fun to say. All right, now here's where the rubber's going to meet the road, right? They're going to go up the mountains, up into who knows what this was like. It could be rocky, it could be silty. You know, you just never know coming in through some of those washes.
And this is into Owens Valley, is it not?
I believe it is.
That's definitely down in Owens Valley.
Yep. That was 395.
So do you know that there was a massive lake there?
Isn't that
up
crazy?
Until 1913.
Yes.
Then L.A. decided they needed all the water.
Right.
Owens River got diverted.
Uh-huh.
The area was completely desiccated by 1926. This area we're still looking at.
Right.
Completely desiccated by 1926, and it has been one of the largest or the largest dust contributor to the country
really
ever since.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I knew that that's where LA got a lot of their water from. And as someone who is very, very conservative with her water, I'm always like, oh, man, turn those sprinklers off. We don't need any golf courses. Anyway, so it looks like they got to hop on the pavement for just a little bit before hopping on and off. You know, we do have to do that sometimes just to get competitors down the course.
Yep.
All right. Have we gotten into... All right, so we are back, and then they are coming around to the finish line here in Dove Springs, where we will be, I believe, for 2 nights.
This was a huge
day.
A huge day with an enduro and, man, lots of challenges.
Yeah.
I'm told we're ready to chat with Katie some more.
Oh, yes. Let's see what Katie's got.
Let's see what she's got.
Hi, guys. I've just grabbed Team 129, Nina and Tyrlin. They've just rolled in over the hill, which means they came from an interesting location. Tell us a little bit about your day.
It was a great day. It was beautiful. It was a little wild. We had some mishaps.
Can you broaden on the mishaps?
Well, do we want to share?
Okay, so let me just say, you know, we are all in, right? We are all in on anything we do, and that includes our mistakes.
We clicked a blue, not at someone else's blue, just somewhere random out in the middle of nowhere. We were sure it was there. We called dispatch to let them know their flag was missing.
Flag isn't here.
They're like
telling them they got it wrong. It's so you two.
Oops.
Clearly, this wasn't our
we
mistake.
fixed it, got our points, you know.
Yeah, we got the
zeroed
standard
out.
answer there. You're not where you think you are. I was like, oh crap.
All right, I've got some teams coming in behind you. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
See you soon. Okay, let's head down here. Or actually, we'll let them come to us. Actually, we'll let them go past, and we're going to go talk to Team 148. See how their day went. Anna and Lisa, how are you guys doing?
Hi. We had a bit of a rough day with getting the FJ to run.
Hold on a second. Come forward a little bit. We're going to do a quick interview with you guys because you've got to get down to the end.
Yeah, everything went really good up until about 1:30, and then we started to have some issues, and we started to have to make some hard decisions about what we were going to go for and what we weren't going to go for. We tried one final push to get those last 2 blacks. The truck wasn't able to make it up the big hill, so we came back down, hit the highway, and we made it before we limped it in before our time, so we're happy to be here.
Okay, welcome back, guys. And sometimes we have bad days. It's part of it. It's part of the game. Okay, see you inside, ladies. And now we've got Team 158. Hello, ladies. Oh, hold on, follow me. Sorry. The camera doesn't go that far, so we've got to let them come up to me, and that's probably better for logistics. And now Will's having a bit of a run. Hello.
Hey, how are ya?
Tell us how your day was.
So it was a challenging day, but we had a lot of fun going to a 5X, so just one of the 4x4 trails, and hopefully we got it. So yeah, no, we were excited about that one. We found a cool item along the way, actually, on the trail, so Yeah, we're going to find out if it's something that belongs to somebody. It actually had call here if found, so we'll see.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
I know. So,
No, just
we encountered a rainbow. Yeah, it was a weather balloon. But we encountered a rainbow and a full-on hailstorm out on the trail. So
damn, it's a brutal day.
Do you want to check it out?
What you found?
yeah, we have it.
Well, I thought you were keeping it a secret.
If we can get it out.
Oh my gosh, there's something down there, Will. Oh wow. The things you find on the trail.
And it has the teddy bear in it.
Oh my goodness, that is madness. Okay, we'll let you go. We'll let you go and check in. Nice chatting with you, ladies. Okay, let's do one more team and then we'll go back and see what Emmy and Matthew are up to. Sheila and Raylan, can you walk down a little bit with me?
Yeah.
Just so that we can keep the logistics going. Now, before I interview you, I would like you to tell me what you're doing with your Terra trip. I would like you to explain to everyone at home how you use it.
And take that one. Well, we haven't reset it in a while, but what we're trying to do is we have a cumulative at the top when we're, running things, but then as we reach little segments of our trip between waypoints and everything, then we'll reset the bottom so that we have the little small segments. So we're trying to watch not only the cumulative, but to keep track of all the little segments as well.
Okay. Fantastic. And it looks like by your smiles that you had a pretty epic day.
Not really.
We had a great start and we didn't finish up so great. The enduro kind of kicked our butts. So
you know what? Your attitude's awesome.
yeah.
Hey,
See-
we're made it back to base camp, right? And we're fixing to have dinner. So
And it's a beautiful base camp. Absolutely gorgeous. Steph has done an incredible job. I think we've got a time lapse of that coming up soon. But right now, let's go back to Emmy and Matthew. And Emmy, let's go a little deeper on how you use the Terra trip on the Rebelle.
Yeah, that Terra trip, you don't need to have a Terra trip in order to do the Rebelle Rally, but it can help because what it does is it gives you the intervals. It'll give you an overall distance, and then it will give you intervals. So if you need, you only need to go 1.21 kilometers, but you need to go overall 3.8 kilometers, you can reset those intervals as you need to. Now, the problem with that is that they are very tricky to install. It's hard to find parts for them, and they can break very, very easily. There have already been teams that their Terra trip have broken during the rally. So you always need to be prepared to use your Odo at all times.
Well, and fewer other applications for Odos use the mechanical magnet anymore. They just use a GPS sensor.
Right, and we can't have GPS.
Yeah, so that's how that works.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, so, if you guys are watching the live show right now on Facebook or YouTube, you guys can comment. And we might bring some of those comments up here on screen. And if it's a good question, maybe we'll answer them. So please, you guys, give us your comments. We want to know which teams you're following, which teams you're rooting for, any questions you have about the format of this rally or questions for Matt and I about anything.
Yeah, there's so many details.
Yeah, we're so very happy to answer those. And I think we were going to have...
Let's look at one.
Yeah, let's see if we've got one. There we go. Oh, Swell is a former competitor. But you have to read that because my eyes aren't that good.
Okay. Swell Chapin said, did they get extra time today for transit? Looks like some teams left early from self-camp. I know that teams were told not to leave until their time.
Correct.
Because the software wouldn't register their tracker beep unless they did.
Yeah, so if somebody did leave early and they clicked their tracker at that first green checkpoint early, they wouldn't have gotten points for it. Or maybe they got a penalty. I'm not sure how Chrissy would have scored that. But they definitely had a specific time that they were supposed to leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, halfway down the course, we made a pit stop in Alabama Hills, and I had a few words to bring you. What were you guys doing over there?
That was what happened.
You made your own spaghetti western?
We did. We made our own spaghetti western.
Wow.
You guys, that was. Listen, Katie stole my Yeti. We will continue that on a later date. But now, Matthew, let's
really
see.
Funny.
Let's see your piece.
Well, we're going to get to it later. Sounds
okay,
like
later.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, The boss just told me we'll look at that later.
All right, that sounds good.
But so much fun seeing you guys have a kick out there. You know, the Alabama Hills, they were shooting movies there since the 1920s. Things like Iron Man, Django Unchained, Tremors, and
all
loads
kinds
of films were shot out
and
there.
all kinds of car commercials.
Yes, loads of car commercials.
Yeah, if you see a car commercial that looks like it's driving in the desert, it's either in Joshua Tree or it's there in Alabama
Which,
Hills.
by the way, is 3 hours from L.A., so in Hollywood, so you can see that it kind of works out pretty nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
All right, let's see if Katie's got somebody else here for us.
Hello, so I'm here with Team 137. So, ladies, you slept out in the wild last night, self-camped, and I imagine it's been a very long day and you're very hungry, so we'll keep this quick. How did it go?
Pretty well. Enduro went well, relatively speaking. It's her first actual on-time Enduro. Well, I guess first day didn't really count. It didn't really feel real, but Today's
feeling real, right? It's all coming together real.
Yes. The day after marathon is always very go, 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 so.
And any high points today? What's the best thing of the day?
All the views, honestly.
Right?
Being in the valley, in sand and basically the desert, and then seeing snow-capped mountains right above you, so.
Alabama Hills is seeing the first snow on the high Sierras today.
Will was pointing out the snow today. And wait till you see the drone shots and all the content that our team has got and the VOD team. It is absolutely incredible.
To get some of this lightning.
And there's lots of it, right?
We didn't break anything.
Yes.
And they didn't break anything. Well, on that note, I'm going to let you go into impound. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Next, we've got Team 187. It's Lily shaking her head saying no, which means we have to interview them. When you give me the no, don't talk to me, you know you're going to get the hi, I want to talk to you. I didn't talk to you yesterday, so we have to talk to you today. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good, much better than yesterday. We had a bit of an issue getting to the third green checkpoint. We were 37 seconds late, so it was a bit heartbreaking, but I think we made it.
That was yesterday, though. Not again today. Oh, yeah, okay.
We had a
Katie, stop
no.
it.
Today we were very focused on time, but I did realize at CP20 that I wrote the wrong closing time, so we had to hustle here, but we made it with 10 minutes to spare.
Because you didn't want to repeat. Well
did
done.
not want to repeat.
And the communication between you two is very important. So I imagine you're back in the saddle and it's working out well today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yesterday we still had good communication. It was other kerfuffles.
Yeah, we got stuck in a rocky canyon and it took a lot longer than we expected and a few holdups.
This truck didn't get stuck.
No, like we were.
There was a backup.
There was a time stuck. Yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah.
All right, well, ladies, we'll see you inside. Anything else you want to add, Lily?
We did change a tire today.
Oh, hold on. You got to come closer and tell the story. You changed a tire?
We changed a tire in under 4 minutes from stop to pulling everything out to putting it back on and took off.
Did you actually time yourselves?
I think so.
Do you do that every time you is that a thing?
Out of the truck, you should time yourself to know how much time you have spent. I don't know why you're laughing at me.
Oh my gosh, these two rookies are very serious. You get out of the vehicle and you time yourself with everything you do. Okay, that is awesome. All right, back to Emmy and Matthew. Thank you so much. See you inside. That's great.
Lily and her teammate Alex timed themselves doing that spare tire because,
Listen,
I've changed a tire on the Rivian before, and the way they've got this set up in the bed, it's pretty, it's pretty easy to get in there, but those tires are not the lightest thing in the world. And to jack that vehicle up, because it has the air suspension, and the air suspension can be so long, it has like 14 inches of travel, you have to put it in a specific mode to make sure that it doesn't just like droop, and you got to make sure that the jack is in the right place. Otherwise, you're just like jacking forever, and then the wheel is just going burr, 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 and it just keeps going down and down. And you're like, no, I need you to go up. I need you to go up.
Wow. Well, let me ask you this. What would it be like here as a rookie trying to compete with them? Good Lord. They're rookies, and they're timing their spare tire changes.
Exactly.
4 minutes. That's... Wow.
Exactly. Lily is an experienced navigator and driver. She's competed in Morocco in the Rally du Maroc. She used to work for an Indy 500 team, I believe. And now she's working for Rivian. She's been in the Rivian base camp before, so she understands the flow. She understands how imperative it is to save every single second that you possibly can. And that's why she's timing her tire changes.
And another thing, just I can't skip over, is like, she's one of the people that found out about the Rebelle and said, yeah, I'll have some of that. And
Yeah.
she has just clawed around and experienced all, aspects of this event. And now she's competing.
Yes, and she's brought in 3 other rookies with her to come and compete in this event. So Lily is just one of those people that, you know what, she brings joy and she brings leadership skills to everyone around her. And I adore her. I think she's amazing. I think she's amazing. So, Matthew, I know you spent a lot of time on your Alabama Hills piece, and I do, even though we got my silent film, I do want to see your Alabama Hills piece because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
so,
I know. Let's see how that turned out.
So can we please roll that?
All right, that was fun. All right, Matthew here with the live team midday hit. This is our 3rd day of competition. It's the 2nd day of a marathon leg. So it's a big jam-packed day. It covers a lot of distance and a lot of checkpoints. So we're standing here on Whitney Portal Road at the moment. We can see over 50 miles down below us. Competitors came from the north and are working their way along. They came through the Alabama Hills where Movie Road goes through, where features and commercials have been shot since the 1920s to present. It's just a really unique geographical space here, and in fact, Emmy and I are hoping to fit some questions about the geology here into our Mapbox Minute this evening. Now, a few interesting things. Teams needed to be preserving their equipment to make it till tonight, at least, if they've got any automotive trouble. They also don't really know how they scored yesterday. So, like today, this unknowing space of still trying to try hard in the midst of maybe a few mistakes yesterday and trying to keep the mental stability, because really, we're not even halfway through the event yet. So we'll be catching you later here from Dove Springs later in the day.
Welcome back, everyone. You know, it's true that none of these vehicles have seen the mechanics for a whole day, so it'll be interesting to see how busy the mechanics are tonight.
We're going to try to swing by there later.
Yeah, I think we should probably bring them dinner. I think we should be nice.
They're going to be busy.
Katie, what you got for us over there? I hear you have the fabulous Miss Heather Lewis.
Hello. So I'm here with Heather Lewis, who is in charge of making sure that all of our media get out onto course and are able to get the incredible content that we bring to you outside of live. And actually, she takes Maddie B, one of our guys, and has been with him all day. So give us a little bit about what your role entails.
Well, my job is to get the media drivers and the photographers out to the course. And what we do is we try to find the best locations, the most beautiful spots, so we can provide best content to all the people who bought packages for this event, and also for the sponsors out there. So we also get the live media crew, the videographers and the video on demand guys out there doing drone shots and camera locations and everything. And then we also get people to follow teams to do live show tidbits. So we're out there all day. We're having fun.
It sounds like a bit of your own rally.
It is our own rally.
Now, what tools do you use to get everyone to the right place?
So we use Onyx Off-Road, and we also use our own wits and our cars and everything. We basically just use the Onyx as our location device because we have to find it. It's too hard to use paper maps. Sometimes we revert to paper maps when we don't have cell service, but Onyx is really good to where we can download the on the offline map.
So Heather will pass them on to everyone the night before, and then another tool is YB Tracker. I'm sure we don't be sorry. We cross-reference, so we'll pull that up, and then you can see where the cars are coming on an app called YB Tracker. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, YB Tracker works when we have cell service. So other than that, the majority of the time we don't have cell service, but we usually can figure out where they are. But it's a very good tool for us to be able to find the girls and kind of see. Like today, I was able to cut off a whole big section because I needed to be able to follow and not be right behind them the whole day. So I went around on the highway and met them perfectly because I was able to use the YB Tracker to get them in.
So it's a real science out there. And fun fact about Heather, which I really love, is when she's not out here with us, she is a forensic scientist.
Yes, I'm a nerd.
Well, that's why you're doing this job, because you keep all the cats herded, right?
Yes. I love organizing stuff, so it makes it easy.
You should see her Trello board. It's so efficient. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you inside.
Thank you very much.
Okay, back to Matt and Emmy.
You know, Heather Lewis is also a former competitor.
Yes.
She competed and she did very well. And she's also a very accomplished motorcycle rider.
What else is she?
And she's a great photographer.
She is. And what else is she? She's a forensic specialist.
Oh.
She's a forensic scientist every day.
What?
Yeah, that's what she does. Like we've been telling the story about these really clever and powerful women on the Rebelle, like they're on the staff as well. She's a forensic scientist.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Now I have to ask her all kinds of like NCIS questions tonight at dinner.
Yes.
Well, I think we have some standings here, and I'm very, very curious to see because I have not had a chance. So these are our checkpoints for the day. Now, keep in mind, not everybody is in yet. So these scores are definitely unofficial, but this is our Group A. These are going to be our top teams.
And so what we can see already right here on the left, it looks like Laura Weinless and Maria Guitar have won the day.
For Group A.
That group.
For Group A, right.
Yeah, over at Nina and Tara Lynn are really fierce competitors. I mean, it looks like a single point more, but that's really hard to do.
That is heartbreaking. That's a single point. But look at it. Looks like those top two teams got pretty much every single point, although I think that Nina and Terrelyn have some kind of a penalty, so there's something is going to change in there by the end of the night.
I think that's a wide miss.
Yeah.
Also, speaking of, if we just scan down the penalties column, someone got -20. Who's
Whoa,
that?
-20.
Wow.
Oh, that's Penny and Shelby.
That's surprising.
That's very, very surprising. I wonder what the story is behind there. I sometimes when they make a big mistake like that, they don't want to talk to us about it. But
yes.
We'll see. And that team, listen, they play their cards very, very close to the vest.
They do. But
so,
we also, all of us know that like we wouldn't be surprised to see them in the top 5, top 4,
top
overall.
3. No,
like,
they're
both very clever.
It is their time. It is their time.
I agree.
For sure.
So I'm a little bit of a surprise. That's going to be tough to come back from, but it's doable.
Yeah. Let's see what happened on 4x4 Group B today. Let's see, Group B.
So if you're at home, you can find this on our website really easily. Just rebellerally.com. Go to scoring. So we're looking at the second half. And why do we have a Group A and Group B? It's so they can't follow each other. They don't know which group the other person they're looking at is in.
Right.
So that knocks out that.
Although I will say, as a competitor,
yeah.
we would often go around to people and look at because your group is on your road book.
Yeah.
We would often go around and look at people like,
tell
oh, wait,
people
they're
how
a
to
group
cheat.
A. No, that's not cheating.
Okay.
That is asking your friends what group they're in. And your friends can decide to tell you or not. That is definitely not cheating.
It's designed to make it inconvenient to follow people.
Exactly.
But,
Exactly. All right, and then Group C is the crossover class. Again, keep in mind, these are all-wheel drive vehicles with no four-wheel drive, low range. All right, so Benzie and Clark, again, looking pretty good there.
For sure. Below them, though.
That's Lynn and Sedona in the Nissan.
Yeah, and they have a penalty, it appears.
Yeah, they had a wide miss on a blue checkpoint that I was telling you about earlier.
So if you gave them those 10 points, they're still not winning the day. So there's still a little bit of a gap there. Still about 13 points behind for the day.
But look who climbed yesterday. Kristen Shaw and Jill Simonillo, they were in last place, and they have climbed up just a little bit, and they are still not in.
Okay.
No, wait, are they in?
No,
yes. No, they're not in yet.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Right.
So we've got a lot of movement here, and maybe not in 1 and 2, but we do have a little bit of movement in for third place.
And they're in X-Cross.
Yes.
I completely am expecting Verena and Tana to keep creeping their way up.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's going to be hard to catch Chris and Chris Benzie and Lynn and Stone.
Yeah. But yeah, that third place it's a run for third place as of right now because we're only on day 3.
Yeah,
and
I know. But you don't want to let the person get away too far.
No. All right.
After we look at these overall standings, I'm going to show you at home a fast way to see kind of how many points the team you're following is from another person.
All right. So right now, again, this is unofficial, but it looks like we've got Nina and Terrelyn in first place with 93% of the points.
Okay. What's that? An 18-point gap back to second. That's surmountable. That's doable. This is still a good competition there for sure.
Look at that. That is our rookies of the year from last year, Becky Brophy and Samantha Barber in that awesome Toyota Tundra Hybrid, kicking some butt. Yeah, ladies, I like it. Okay, and what do we got for X-Cross here? Overall. All right, hey, look at that. Mountain Subi in third place. Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Lynn
Tana and Verena have worked their way back up a bit.
That's great. Yeah, they're pretty close there. And then, again, top 2, Benzie and Clark, and then Blinson and Woodward, which that 100% makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, we'd love to show you at home an even faster way that we'll do the math for you to see kind of like where the team you're following is fitting.
All right,
and who they're competing against. And it's called the flow chart. So if you look there in that list besides standings, daily totals, it's called flow chart. We're going to get that up on the screen in a second. It essentially just shows you how many points behind the lead your team is.
Okay.
But if your team is 69 points behind the lead and there's another team that's 70 points behind the lead, you can help see the races within the competitions within the competition. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like, look, they're competing to be in, say, 10th place or whatever with these other two vehicles.
Yeah.
So right here, if we look at day 1, you can see what the separation was.
Okay.
And then moving over to day 2, you can see a change. And I've been talking about trying to draw lines between the car numbers because your individual car you're following goes up or down these lists. So admittedly, it's not the easiest thing to follow. If you spend a minute with it, though, like I said, it's going to help you identify the competition within the competition.
Right, because sometimes you know you're not going to be in it for a podium, but man, would it be cool to be in the top 10? And so that's what you're rallying for is that top 10.
If we could get 4x4 class flow chart real quick, guys, that'd be appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in plenty of competitions where I'm like, you know what? I'm not podium on this thing, but man, I might get 5th place.
But that red car over there, I'm definitely going to beat them. So we have a look at day 3 here so we can see, Laura and Maria 18 points down here. And this is a cumulative graph.
So our rookies of the year last year, 152, they're down 42 points out of first place, 54 points for Penny and Shelby.
Exactly. So, for instance, between 152 and 150, you can see that's not a big gap of points. There's 12 points there.
Right. So that's a good battle. That's a good battle for third currently, right?
Yeah,
because
currently.
Again, everything,
lots to come.
Lots, so very much to come. We got to get from here. We got to get to all the way to Glamis, and there's plenty of desert.
And then, I mean, we got to jump to Katie here in a second, but when you get to Glamis, it's
all changes.
Anything can happen.
Oh, my Lord, it all changes.
Anything can happen when we get into the sand.
All right, Katie, what you got over there at the finish line for us?
Hello. I'm just listening to Maddie B land his drone. Okay, now it's beautiful and quiet. And I'm here with Karen and Renee, who have had, it sounds like a pretty great day.
Yeah, everything's been great.
Even though they said their food game, we talked about being prepared last night. They weren't prepared, so they're incredibly stoked about having some Greek food tonight. So tell us how your day went.
Today went great. I mean, scoring-wise, maybe not so much, but we had a blast. We saw some amazing country. I don't know what it was called. All those rocks that were in weird piles of rocks. They looked like big dinosaur eggs everywhere. It was something. Oh, no kidding.
What are they called?
I don't know.
We have that on our list to come back to.
Yeah,
this is a scouting event, I think, in large part. So it was
and
awesome.
You two look like you have fantastic communication and such a positive attitude, which is great when you've not eaten a lot of food.
Well, our goals for this rally: have fun, finish, stay friends.
Yep.
And it's been an A+ for us so far. We've had a blast together.
Even when we do super bad at something, we do a complete fail. We're like, wow, okay, that's a new low.
Let's figure this
but
out.
Okay.
You know what? This kind of attitude after Marathon League at the stage of the game, you guys are going to be just great.
You think?
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope you're right.
Well, thank you very much for chatting, and we'll see you inside.
All right on.
Thank you.
Now we're going to wander over here to Team 136. And one of you knows sign language, correct? So she's going to translate for us. How was your day?
Oh, she's not going to be in turbo. She was just announcing our team name. So I guess I'll interpret it. Go ahead. Okay. Yeah. So hi, I'm Tammy Jo, and we are Team Plottin' and Schemin'. And this is my sister, Amber. Team Plottin' and Schemin', another way of signing it. So yeah, we had a great day. Ups and downs, highs and lows.
And I understand you've been working with the Rebelle to have the live show transcribed. Is that right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, our charity partner is the organization I work for, which is Deaf Hope. And we do anti-violence abolition work. And so our parents are deaf. We wanted to make sure that we got to introduce a whole new audience to the wonder that is the Rebelle.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. Can you teach me how to say goodbye in sign language, please?
Super simple.
Okay. Okay, give me a harder task, please. I want to learn something.
How about it's not a race? Yeah. How about off-road?
Wait, that's brilliant. Emily will love that. It's not a race.
It's not a race.
Wait, show again.
Thumbs up. You would do not.
Not.
And 2 thumbs up now. Race.
A race.
It's not a race.
It's not a race.
No.
Oh my gosh, Emily's going to absolutely love that. We'll see you guys inside. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, back to Matt and Emmy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was so cool.
That's
We've been
so
practicing.
Cool. Yeah, okay.
Did you see that lightning?
That's crazy.
Oh, that's amazing. We got it on the show.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. It is so dark out here, and we still have competitors coming in. And I got to tell you, I'm glad that I am not driving right now because it would be scary. All right, so we know how to say it's not a race. Now we need to learn how to say it's a rally.
There we go. Okay, we'll work on that one. Amazing. So one of the teams that we were following today, Team 159.
Yes.
It's always interesting, the rookies, right? We don't know, what they don't know what they're getting into sometimes, right? And they yesterday's competition, they came up 7 or 8 positions.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we're like, well, Lily's going to have some competition there.
Yeah,
in her
I love it. I love it.
So we followed Team 159 around today.
Oh, good. I want to see. I want to see what they're doing. All right. Let's roll that.
Yeah.
All right. So cool. So they're Jeep Wrangler. That is awesome. We love that. So Alexander Gilman and Erica Stevens. Oh, man, I can tell you there's been so many times when we've been plotting outside and the wind's blowing and the map's going all over the place. It's so hard when you're doing that. Oh, I'm sorry. I said Wrangler. That's a Gladiator.
I told you Wrangler.
Yeah, but you were wrong.
I'll take that one. Sorry.
Yeah, the Gladiator is a really great truck. I'm not sure. I think theirs is a Rubicon. You can also get it in the Mojave trim, which is allows you to go a little bit faster out in the desert. But the problem with that truck is that, man, that wheelbase is real long.
There are more types of Jeeps than there are flavors of Gatorade, by the way.
Yeah, there definitely are. Definitely is. Oh, man. So what's great, what looked like they were doing there is they've got their navigators, double checking with the driver. You got to make sure you got to work together. Oftentimes Rebecca and I, she would allow me to look at the map and say, wait, do you think we can go through here? What do you think about this? And sometimes we would just say, you know what, let's wait till we get there. Let's see what happens when we get there. Oh, look at that concentration.
This looks like some of that wiggly stuff up over the pass to get into the Owens Valley area.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I'm sad I didn't
so
try to go drive and get through there. We were.
All right, getting your green checkpoint. So, we talk a lot about these green checkpoints. They are pretty easy to find. They're just designed to get competitors to go down the hill, down the course, right? So that's why that you get the most amount of points, is because it's designed to make sure that people go with the flow of each day.
Yeah, we got 54 cars to manage to get back here to feed them and make sure they're safe. And,
absolutely.
And get our crew in.
Now
afterwards.
You see her here in that shot. She was out looking to try to see, is this the road that we need to go on? Because sometimes you'll find a road and you'll think, well, is this our road or not? So oftentimes navigators will get out, they will find the heading on the map, and then they will get out and find the heading on the compass of a particular map or of a particular road. So if that doesn't match, if that compass heading doesn't match the heading that you took from your map, you know that it's not your road. Maybe the road is another 50 meters down, right?
Okay.
So sometimes you'll look and you'll be like, well, on the map, this road was at a 32 degrees, but when I went out and used my compass on it, that was a 42-degree road. So, no, that's not our road.
Yikes.
I know. And you just think oh, but what if I'm wrong?
Just a mental gymnastics you guys are doing all day long. And
Absolutely.
There's no break. There's no rest.
And, some of these compasses, all around the world, you have to declinate your compass, right? Because your compass is going to read differently depending on where you are in the world because of magnetic north and other magic engineering things that I don't really understand.
True north and magnetic north, yeah.
Right, and some of these ladies have a sighting compass that you cannot declinate. So every day, that means every day you take a reading, you have to say, well, my compass is reading 200 degrees, but I need to declinate 11 degrees, so it's actually 211 degrees. And then if you don't do that declination in your mind, then you're off by your declination.
When you were to talk to a kid about the importance of just addition and subtraction,
right?
Literally every number you look at and deal with, you're moving it one way or the other.
Yeah, exactly. And you have to think, do I add if I'm taking my direction from the map? Do I add, and then when I take my compass heading and I go down to the map, I subtract? Or wait, is it the other way around? It can get very, very complicated very quickly.
And a lot of times you don't learn it until you
Yeah, until you screw it up, and then you're like, oh, I will never make that mistake again.
Exactly. Okay, I made that mistake. Done. I'm never doing that again.
Oh my goodness! Look at this. We've got 1, 2, 3 cars that have just turned up, including our Defender, one of our Defenders, and another one of our modern Broncos. Man, I just can't imagine coming in at this dark time.
Speaking of modern Broncos, we need to do a check-in.
Yes.
On the fan favorite, the '69 Bronco.
Yes, we do.
Sisters.
Well, I do know that they had a problem with, I believe, a transmission mount. And so Nick Guyver, who is our famous mechanic, he was able to just kind of ratchet strap it in place. So they got a small mechanical penalty, not a huge one because they didn't get it fixed. But I think they're going to be in the mechanics pit quite a long time tonight.
Okay. All right.
I know,
Good to know.
I know.
All right. Sorry to bring up the bad news, but it is what it is.
But, you know, those two are so good.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
She's a great driver. They've got a great navigator. They work so well together, and it's just it's the perils of driving an older vehicle, you know?
You know, I want to point something out. I was listening to a piece today about how it's the struggle, it's the fight, it's playing the game that gives the quality of life. After you're the winner and the target is on your back, it's a different experience.
It kind of sucks.
And it sucks. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what I was hearing is like people forget. The pursuit is the joy. The pursuit is the passion. And then after you're at the top, it's this like unknowing weirdness that no one's prepared for when you achieve that.
Yeah. It's crazy. You're just like, now people have all these expectations of me. And if I don't do well, then they're going to wonder like what happened to me. And, you know, now you've got sponsors that you've got to keep happy. And there is something to be said for just coming in and being like, I don't care what happens.
Yeah,
I'm just
here.
Have a little bit of fun.
I'm here. I'm going for it. I'm going to do my best, and we'll
exactly.
You know, the cards will fall where they do.
You know, and the Rebel Rally, I call it Type 2 fun. It might not be all that much fun when you're doing it, but then afterwards, you got time to process, and you're like, man, that was great. I can't wait to go back.
Fun. I love it. I also love to see some of the interaction here with social on the screen. Love hearing from you folks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please keep commenting. We love it because we love to know that you guys are watching and that you're enjoying the show.
When these play through, I think we've got some scheduled chats.
Yes, we do. We're finally back to our regular schedule. How nice was it not having a show this morning? Or actually, not nice. How weird.
Yeah, weird.
I slept till 7:30. Yeah. Don't tell the competitors that. Or Emily, I might get in trouble. All right, what do we got for tomorrow, Matt?
Tomorrow, remind me please to call my sister. It's her birthday tomorrow.
Okay, call your sister
by the
tomorrow.
way. All right. But stage 4 start line, 6:45 in the morning. We'll be right here in these seats, hopefully with less of this.
Right here in the seat.
And a nice sunrise.
Yep. And then it looks like we'll have a competition update in the middle of the day, so we'll see if that will be you or me. And then, of course, we'll be back here at 6 o'clock for our fabulous finish line, and we'll see what happens. You know, we don't have the route yet for tomorrow. We really have no idea what it's going to be like. But I have wheeled around here. It can be rough. There can be, because now we're getting into where you got a lot of traffic and a lot of other vehicles that have just whooped this place out.
Right, and we're doing something new this year, I believe.
Yes.
Where it's more of that kind of navigation where you don't have to. Now, I could be speaking out of turn, but there's some new ways of achieving checkpoints that a big open area like this permits.
I'm very interested to learn all about that tomorrow morning.
I might have heard things I shouldn't be hearing, so I'm just going to stop it right there.
Well, look at that gorgeous sunset that we've got going on. So far, everything we haven't gotten any rain. Thank God. Please, we did see a little bit of a rainbow, plenty of lightning.
Yeah, it's been beautiful, and viewers got to see a bit of that. We did talk about the giveaway.
We did.
There is another piece that we should let our viewers know about. If you go to our website, you can get a Pirelli tire discount of $50 a tire, which if you're buying 5 of them, $250. Some, quick remedial math tells me $250 if you're buying 5 of them. But there are multiple ways to get some Pirellis on your tires if you keep watching the show. But on our website, a discount code there too. It's free installation as well, I believe.
Yeah. So you just need to go to rebelrally.com. There should be a banner up there where you can click on that, enter your email, and you will get a discount code. You can also go to the Pirelli website, and they have got, whoa, our backdrop is going nuts out here with the wind. Anyway, a couple of different ways that you can get a discount code on these awesome Pirelli Scorpion tires. This is Emmy Hall, my friend Matthew Johnson. We are saying good night to you from Base Camp 2, end of Stage 3 at the Rebel Rally live show, brought to you by Toyota.
yeah.